Hi, I'm Jason Ward, and today I saw a bunch of things I never seen on the internet before, thanks to Star Wars Santa's Discord. Today, how's it going, Rob? Today,
I'm doing my demo for the new Batman villain, Stink Eye. All right.
Yeah, it'll make sense in a minute.
Oh,
Star Wars Santa
Will
says,
it?
"Do not, I repeat, do not scan a QR code on Discord without knowing what it is. However, you should like this video."
Santa's always showing the scams that only affect Walgreens customers.
Santa's
You know what I
like, Santa's like, scan this QR code if you like Milky Whites. Well, I love Milky White cookies and milk on a Christmas Eve.
Oh man.
Yeah. Today, if you were on Discord, Star Wars Discord, Star Wars Santa tried to show you some nubile teens. It was a good time though. I was like, man, that Santa sure is horny. But yeah. So speaking of butter, we got Andor predictions today to go through.
Oh,
and to win because we're like the best at it. And then but
how'd I do?
First, I don't know how we did. Well, they changed the button now. It says present screen. It's like, okay.
Doesn't Santa like I guess in the real, I had to break kayfabe, which I hate doing it. Like, so like in the real world, doesn't he like code or something?
Yeah.
Can't he set it up where like after he just plugs in the fucking whatever and you can look at your result and get a score? You know what I mean?
I don't know.
Can you just do something like that where you could just get a score?
He tallies it. He tells it on his show, but he does it at like 5 a.m. after I've been up till 4 a.m. So I don't see it usually. And then I just hear I
like to tally it up on the show, Jason. We got hanging chads.
Oh shit, really?
We count them all by hand and paw and claw and hooker by crook. We write things down and mail them out.
Today on the internet we saw the Mandalorian banging Bix. That's a thing that happened in another movie. So now the Mandalorian in other movies has banged Bix, Rey, and Tala. So I suggest everybody go and check the grave of Carrie Fisher to make sure Pedro Pascal has not crawled inside.
Oh no!
Okay,
look, he just did a whole movie with Nick Cage. It's not. It's it's in the realm of possibility. He might have picked that habit up.
He and Nick Cage are just like doing mescaline. The next thing you know, whoa, where are we? We're in the Hollywood cemetery, and it's time.
First, you're eating roaches, and then you're digging up Carrie Fisher's corpse. I'm old enough to remember that joke. I know our 25-year-old fan is like, "What is he talking about?"
Yeah. Me and Bethman went on quite a journey today, being what can Pedro Pascal do and what can Bix not do, and the answer is Bix will do everything. Love her. Hey, Fandom Empire, how's it going? Holy fuck, I made a live show. Ha ha ha, says Fandom Empire. All right.
Sorry.
Yeah, so sorry, Fandom.
We have you now.
So the guy who I think I loved him in Green Knight when he plays the little weird kid, who steals Green Knight shit. And I've seen him in other things. I think he's good in all of the indie films I've ever seen him in. In Batman, he plays the Joker, and I think he was terrible. But I personally don't think he was terrible because he's terrible. I think he was terrible because the director, the writer, nobody wanted to do it, and they're just like, "Go play Joker," and he's like, "Woohoo, I'm the Joker," and it should have been cut.
Even if he was 100% terrible, it's their job to make certain no one ever sees it.
I'm with you. I'm with you.
Doing any favors.
I think it was the studio. I think the studio fucking wanted the Joker in the movie to checkbox it, and they were wrong. And
Boner was busy
from Growing Pains.
Yeah,
Oh
he
yeah,
played the
he
Joker.
was.
Remember?
Bestman. I swear this is not just Growing Pains talk for no reason. Boner from Growing Pains played the Joker in like a fan filmy thing, but it's pretty.
He
It was
almost
pretty
played it
neat.
alongside Sylvester Stallone. Came this close.
Oh damn! But all right. So, anyways, old man Barry. This is just a young man, but old man Barry, Barry Keoghan. I don't know how you say that last name. Keoghan has not been invited back. This is for Batman for a sequel, but the character kept under wraps and revealed only when audiences finally saw it in theaters. Feel like the setup for something bigger. As soon as that call comes, he insists, "I'm there, man. I'm there." In the meantime, he's hell bent on securing a part in Taika Waititi's Star Wars movie. "I'm trying to meet him," he quips. "I've been asking everyone." So, probably won't happen. But he's trying to get.
He's just like, fuck. Oh, they gotta ghost him.
Hey,
it's never good when your agent and your reps and your director and your producer are all ghosting you.
yeah. I mean, it probably didn't feel very good when he had to come and play the Joker. And Matt Reeves, I mean, I don't know anything about it, but I would imagine the attitude has to be like, "I don't want this. Sell me on it. I guess sell me on this because I don't know why this is here." And
he has
I guess,
mange. The director couldn't have been into it. He'd be like, "Yeah, fucking give him mange," you know, like, just
yeah.
This is, I gotta tell you, it's for me, it's the worst visual design on the Joker I've ever seen. I'm not interested. I'm not saying he has to have smooth white skin. I'm not saying any of that bullshit.
I would rather have that. I would rather have
that than mange. Yeah.
Oh yeah, one last thing because it bothered me that I didn't say it. When you read the interview with the vampire books, those vampires they're not like drinking blood on. Bleh. You know what I mean? Like that guy has like a fucking little thimble and shit especially in the movie. He's like doing it. They're like doing clean kills. They like drink from people and then they like cut themselves, put their blood on their neck to heal them, so that way nobody knows. In that new interview with the vampire, there's like blood everywhere, like a fucking massacre. The guy has like who got bit, the boy who's now old, has like this huge gash on his fucking neck. I'm like, what is this? Fuck this show.
It should go full Kill Bill, and it gushes out like when they ripped her arm off, right?
Yeah.
Remember? And it's like the fire hose and shit. Like,
but
fire hose.
You know, the Dark Knight was did that savage Joker, that mutilated Joker.
Right.
Don't try and do what somebody's already done right. You're not going to make it better. You're going to make it worse. We've already seen it. And it's like the only thing that I could see them doing is when I say young Joker, I don't mean 20 years old, but like Jack Nicholson was a pretty fucking old Joker when you get down to it, but he was more of a dapper Joker. But, you know, give us young Joker. When I say young, I mean like in his 30s, who's scary, but, you know, fucking fancy. You know, the one who Harley Quinn's gonna bang.
I thought the trick was they were going for this Hannibal Lecter moment, right? And in Silence of the Lambs,
somebody banned Bespin really quickly. Just somebody banned Bespin. Thank you. Go on. Sorry, Rob. We had a troll.
I thought it, so I did.
Okay.
Yeah,
that works. Yeah, that works. Yeah, verified.
Verified. So they were going for this Silence of the Lambs Hannibal Lecter thing, and Lecter was like mid-50s, right? Supposed to be in that movie.
Okay.
And Clarice is like in her 20s, right? So they should have got someone that's about a 30-year difference, at least visually, from Bruce in that film. You know, like an older Joker, like an old. I mean, at that point, you could get Willem Dafoe. You know,
yeah.
you could get someone older who plays the brain, right? Who can outsmart. I just don't think that Joker is outsmarting this Batman. You know.
No.
That's my whole point. Like, you need someone who can way outthink this kid. And
well,
so
it's
someone with experience would be the way to go.
It's usually a mistake, in my opinion, to have Joker and Riddler together, because when you really get down to it, deep down inside where it feels good, they do the same thing. So unless they've teamed up explicitly, it usually, I just don't think it's like the best idea to have them in proximity. I feel like when you get tired of one, the other one offers the same dimension in a fight. I don't like it when they're together. I just never have.
There's realm for that, but it would take, again, it would have to be like the way they shot the Arkham Asylum in the Joker movie, where it is like this fucking like 80s penitentiary hell of like, fluorescent lighting and bureaucracy, like these guys stuck in like DMV hell. There is something there to that, but that ain't what that movie, that's not what the Batman is,
Yeah.
Like the Batman's a whole different thing. So I just like, I just, when you come off playing the Joker and they won't return your phone calls, it's not good.
Yeah, but once again, not his fault. He shouldn't have. And realistically, if he was navigating Hollywood as best as he could, he would not have taken the role. Once it was clear that nobody wanted that Reeves didn't want him, that it was an afterthought in the movie, that it wasn't going to be an emerging thing. Maybe, but also maybe he had smoke blown up his ass and just had no idea, and then was just showing up and left to his own devices. I don't know. I'm curious. I'm curious if we'll ever hear the full story about how all that happened if it hasn't been revealed yet. I haven't come across it though, but not that I've looked into it.
Not for nothing, man. It would have been something to cast something totally different, like the actor from The Green Knight or Owen Lars dude, or something you're just not expecting anything to mange.
They're trying to make this movie good. But they're trying to make this movie good, and then now they're asking them to cast the sequel with the perfect Joker. It's like it's such bad management on whoever made that call and made it where it had to happen. That said, I want Matt Reeves. Me and Bestman talk about this all the time. I think I'd say me and Bestman's number one pick for a Star Wars movie maker is Reeves. I would love to see him do Star Wars. I think he'd be the closest thing to a Gilroy.
The gangs in the front of the film are wearing white makeup over black, like the dead Kennedys. So going with an actor of color for the Joker would have been something way cool. You know what I mean? Like that would have been totally. You could have gotten a British. Could have got Idris Elba. You could have gotten any. I mean, you could have got a lot of different folks to do that you wouldn't necessarily expect. I
mean, opening weekend, he was like, "I'm not doing anything with this." He was pretty much saying that, like right from the start. Like
that is weird.
Yeah, they didn't want it.
Super weird.
So, and once again, I don't think it's his fault. I think he would be good in a Star Wars project.
Who would have pulled it off?
I don't think Taika Waititi's though with him, but what's that?
Age? I mean, look, he's a white British dude, but Hugo Weaving would have pulled that one off.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. I mean,
whatever.
Yeah, I would. I love Joker is my favorite Batman villain.
Just get Ed O'Neill to do it.
Ed O'Neill.
Yeah, he comes in there. Well, what do you want, Bruce? Huh?
Yeah.
Women problem. Red hair. Cat suit. Wears shoes. Expensive shoes.
Poison ivy. Yeah.
Next thing you know, you got like a Robin, little boy running around underwear.
He sells clown shoes. In that iteration.
Working them all.
Gotta say though, Margot Robbie as Peg, I would watch that. That Married with Children movie.
I am looking forward to seeing what the fuck this next Joker. I wasn't the biggest fan of the Joker film, but I thought the cinematography was great. But Lady Gaga as Harley Quinn in some weird musical. I mean, yeah, I'll fucking watch whatever that's gonna be. That's so fucking crazy. It's
either gonna be a genius film or a piece of shit. It's not gonna be a little bit of either. It's gonna be one or the other. Like on that one. And by the way, Bestman Bulletin told me about that a long time ago. He knew about that.
Oh, yeah. Wow, he knows everything.
He did. He knew about that.
Scrooge McDuck of scoops. He's got a money bin full of scoops. He just swims around, spits them out, doesn't fucking care. He's like, I don't cover that.
He's like, you know what? Like, don't care.
Bestman, they'll come to your site more if you got Batman news. Just letting you know.
Probably, yeah. You probably get 10 times the clicks with Batman news. Aria says, "Is Rob happy about Christian Bale wanting to be in Star Wars?" And I like that you asked that today, Aria, because I think it's a very crucial difference here in what these two people are saying. In Christian Bell's quote, he's like, "I want to be a stormtrooper who bumps his head." He's basically saying, "I want to be," but he's basically saying, "I want to be Daniel Craig. I want to show up to a Star Wars movie with no pressure, put on a stormtrooper costume, live the dream, say I did it, get to keep the fucking helmet, go home, and continue doing cocaine and living my Hollywood life." Whereas in this instance, this guy's like, "I'm trying to hunt down the director. Does anybody have his phone number?" Like he's really campaigning for it. And there's a difference between answering a question in an interview and being like, "Oh yeah, I would walk on a set for a day," and actually saying, "I'm campaigning for a role." It's completely two different things. And I think that in today's modern age of social media and the way that that engagement goes, that campaigning thing was completely almost never going to work. But today it's more lucrative. It's more likely to happen. It makes for a nice story as well. That's why I think it really could work out for him in some way.
If JJ was still making Star Wars movies, 100% it would happen for certain.
The Rock tried.
That's what JJ.
The Rock tried to get it in that. JJ was like, "No."
If you're Robert Rodriguez, you got an in too. If you know him.
But Samuel L. Jackson campaigned, but he was a huge beloved character actor at that. But we call him a character actor. Movie. Is that right? Like, is Samuel L. Jackson a character actor? I don't know, or is this a personality?
He's a Samuel L. Jackson actor.
Samuel L. Jackson. I mean, yeah, he was Samuel fucking L. Jackson, and at that point, he's like, "I want to be in Star Wars," and they're like, "Okay." So, and then we had Ahsoka, who did the tweet thing, saying that she would love to play Ahsoka. And then that, but also I think it's worth always just being a little bit skeptical that was as organic as it seems. They may have already been in talks for her to play Ahsoka. That may have already been a thing near finalized or near being finalized when that happened to make it seem organic. You know what I mean? In some way, she's always kind of like gone tweeting when she's not supposed to. You know what I mean about things, Sky Guy, they know, and that kind of stuff. So, yeah. But anyways, I do like Christian Bale. I wouldn't mind if he was in Star Wars, if it was like the right part for him. But I also would never want Christian Bale to play anybody that you have guessed he would play. Like, if I already have an idea in my head about who this character is, like Grand Admiral fucking Thrawn, and then you take a big Hollywood actor who I know who he is, and you want those things to make a fly baby and like a Brendel fly, I say no way, Jose. Like, I don't like that idea, and it doesn't work for me. But if you brought him in, like, for instance,
what the Joker looks like. Looks like Brendel fly.
Aria sent me this. She's all show Rob. There you go. There's your Thrawn. Your Christian Bale as Thrawn. Is your screen out of it?
Putting AI to use, huh?
But
putting that mid journey to use.
Yeah,
he would make a good Thrawn. Yeah,
I don't know. I would. I don't know.
Everyone wants to see Skarsgård because he did a voice. Huh?
No, but for instance, I don't know Skarsgård from shit. I don't remember any. I've seen him before. I don't remember what I saw him. I probably saw him in Dune. Don't really remember it. And it's like, so I see him in Star Wars here. He's defining that character. But if Skarsgård came in and was supposed to play fucking Dodonna or something, I'd be like, what the fuck is this? I don't know. But like, I'm with Bestman. We live in a society.
I want to see Chris Pratt play Dodonna. Bring some fun to it.
So Marty says Cassian Andor is always fucking sulking. He's more than a little one-dimensional so far. I'm going to say that in the narrative that we have at this point, it is like, I mean, Cassian, that is kind of Cassian. He is sort of, in a way, always sulking. But a lot of it's been seeing these other characters and meeting these people through his eyes. So we're getting, and he's letting them perform sort of in front of him as the audience. So we'll see if you feel that way as the story goes on. Let me know if you still feel that way as it goes on. But I haven't really paid too much attention to him because we're looking at, you know, these other characters and how he deals with them. So
right.
Bestman says, one day I'm going to chain Rob up and force him to watch Book of Boba Fett for 24 hours straight. All it takes is one bad day.
I won't kink shame you.
Tyrant says, if you're going to try to bring back the Dark Knight style Joker, there's one way to fucking do it, and that's bring Joseph Gordon-Levitt back as the son of Gotham that never was.
Well, that's what everyone thought was going to happen with The Dark Knight Rises, because he bears such a similar jawline to Heath Ledger.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when they announced Joseph Gordon-Levitt, they thought that was the Joker recasting. That was the big move back in 2011, 2012.
Was he like Robin or something? It was Dick Grayson or something?
Yeah, at the very end. But really, like, I thought what they were doing was setting up a template for a version, their version, not an official version, but their version of Batman Beyond, where the next one will be Batman Beyond that takes place maybe 20 years later, where he's got because there's a hover vehicle now, right? He would have like more Iron Man style armor and shit. You know, I thought that's what they were going for. Turns out I don't know what the fuck they were going for. That movie's a mystery to me. It's kind of a vague there's tons of like, every time I watch it, I'm like, there's so much Akira in The Dark Knight Rises. I wish they had just gone full Akira. There's like literally the same slanted like elevator that goes down with that ball that's going to destroy the city. Like, I wish they were trying to make psycho mutants, or they're, you know, there's an actual nuclear explosion at the end. He's got the same gun. The same gun as the Akira gun that he has, right? The energy weapon. It's the same gun.
Did you ever see the Batman cartoon that came out recently where he gets teleported back to like samurai times, and he's like fighting the Joker like
the CGI one. Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, and there's like they get into like Voltron Batman. It's like Voltron Batman.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
But again with that, I have to watch it with the Japanese acting, because the American dub is
I didn't mind it on that one, but I had a good time with it. What do you call? Oh, by the way, I watched that video of the Steven Seagal thing that you sent me yesterday, and of that guy who like retells the Steven Seagal movies and like criticizes them.
He's good, huh?
I tried to get a video of my 8-year-old boy laughing, because he doesn't know anything about Steven Seagal. So like he got like the whole educate. We watched about 8 of them last night for about 2 hours. And
his
at
introduction
times,
to Steven Seagal as Space Ice videos that's brilliant.
Oh yeah, Steven Seagal deserves nothing better. And I mean, he's a fucking rapist. You know what I mean? He is. He's a fucking rapist. So fuck him.
Yeah, he really is.
Yeah, he is. He's a rapist. And but my kid was in tears just laughing at the slap fights, like all of the slap fights that happen and shit. Yeah, it's so fucking dumb. But yeah. So highly recommend those videos that Rob recommended to me. I had a great time with them. So did my kid.
Space Ice on YouTube.
Space
Brilliant.
Ice.
Space
Ice.
It's
like a recapper of Seagal and Van Damme movies. I didn't watch any of the Van Damme ones though. I've only watched the Seagal videos.
The No Retreat, No Surrender is hilarious.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Bestman says Reeves says he has no plans for Joker to appear in the sequel or Penguin. He's writing both for their TV series. Then again, HBO could can those.
Yeah, I don't believe anything Reeves says. And it's not a slight against Reeves. It's just, if you listen to Reeves on the Jeff Goldsmith Q&A podcast, he did with War. He did one with the second movie he did and the third Planet of the Apes movies. He did them for both of those. If you listen to his writing process, it just changes. You know, like any of his plans don't always end up at he just goes where he goes. So
the heart wants what the heart wants. The story wants what the story wants.
Yeah. And he takes as much fucking time as humanly possible.
Like that's why shit's all good.
He
never disappoints me.
I love it because he interviewed him on the Batman, and he goes, "My writing process is it's not very efficient, but it produces a result, and they're willing to pay me for it. So that's what I do."
Yeah,
that's what I do.
Yeah, no, I mean, when you take like his body of work overall and just look at it, you're all, whatever he does it works. Some things are better than others, but at the same time,
Better
I
than
think it's
JJ.
always been yeah. He's the one who should have done episode 9 by far, but I would rather he just do a
Honestly,
new
you could have made
trilogy.
all fucking 3 of those fucking films, and it probably would have worked out just fine. Just take your sweet ass time. But is it crazy that we're not getting the next Star Wars movie till 2027 now? Am I the only one here who's like, this is the
No,
weirdest fucking
well,
thing in the world?
the Taika movie should be in 2025, and then
Should.
it should be in
Do you
2025.
honestly though? Do you
I
really believe that's going to happen?
I think if it doesn't happen, the Taika movie ain't happening. That's what I think.
If they aren't filming by June of next year, it's not happening by 2025.
Yeah.
That's a 6-month shoot. Every Star Wars film was a 6-month shoot. So
depends on how volume heavy the film ends up being.
I gotta tell you, man, my biggest complaint about Thor: Love and Thunder, I watched it last week finally, is I don't like the volume work. Like that movie, like there's so many effects things. It just stands out. Like they're just I get when it's a means to an end, but when I just feel like we're just on a bigger version of the prequel blue screen stage.
Well,
only
here
now, like they can't even run into like a fake Z depth. They literally have to stay on a stage. Like, it's the weirdest
if
thing.
it's volume or nothing, then I would take the volume. If it's a Star Wars film, I don't really want the films to be in the volume. When it's a TV show on Disney Plus, I'm fucking a realistic person. I understand not every fucking TV show could cost $200 million or should, and some things are smaller scale.
Yes,
fine.
It should.
You know what I mean? But
they put $150 million in the Pinocchio movie, Jason. So
when
don't
we
make the
get
Pinocchio movie,
don't just make another Star Wars. Don't make a Pinocchio. When we get back to like here's my thing. It's been a weird couple of years with the pandemic and shit like that. I'm willing to let certain things be like, hey, this is how things are right now. This is how we get shit done right now. But when we go back to theatrical experiences, then I really do expect a theatrical experience. I don't expect, wow, Disney really saved themselves some money. Thank God I'm making money off my Disney stock. That's not, I don't give a fuck about that. I don't want anything having to do with that. Like Top Gun. Look at like Top Gun and that fucking Jurassic World movie. Jurassic World movie looks like dog shit. Don't fucking do that. That's just not a good looking movie. It looks stupid. I don't even know if it's in the volume or at all. I don't even think it is, but it just looks bad. But Top Gun was fucking filmed in a cockpit, a lot of it, and a lot of it looks really good. Some of the there's a couple of shots I could critique, but point is, on whole, that was like spectacle. I went to the theater, I got spectacle. I got a beautiful fucking movie, dumb, but beautiful movie. And so when Star Wars comes back to the theater, I want it to look fucking like something I can't get on Disney Plus at my house for $8 a month.
Or and a totally volume movie isn't going to do it because Thor: Love and Thunder, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, it looks better than the amount of visual effects that are in a Disney Plus thing, but it still looks like the volume.
Dude, Taika was making fun of the visual effects of the movie in that GQ fucking article. He's like, does that look real to you and shit?
It wasn't a good look.
Yeah, I know. It was a lot of cocaine that week. Give him a break, okay? Give him a break. Hey, you ever
I do like the bird
bikers at the same time? Okay, he gets tired.
Bikers. They're hilarious. Sorry. Too much Guns N' Roses for you in that film.
Yeah, Guns N' Roses sucks. That's why Matt Reeves is the right choice. He's more of a Nirvana guy. I understand where he's coming from. I'm not a Guns N' Roses man myself. So I'm Matt Reeves. Matt Reeves for Star Wars. Let's do it. He could get back with that guy whose name I already forgot, who played the Joker, and maybe they could do something good together for once. Maybe they could do a scene, Boner from James Cameron's son, Kirk Cameron. All right.
It's news to him. He's like, I'm not responsible for that one.
He's like, hey, I didn't do that. By the way,
I didn't stick my through line into anyone to get that.
I watched a lot of The Abyss last night. I fell asleep, but it was on. But I saw a lot of it. And I was like, Yeah, it's pretty good, man. That script for The Abyss was, I think that script for The Abyss might have more heart in it than anything Cameron ever did in actuality. That's more sincerity. Did he write that?
Yeah, he writes all of
Yeah.
the movies.
Yes, I thought he did.
Except the new,
yeah.
well, he's co-written the new Avatar. He had a writing team, but yeah, he wrote it.
Yeah, no, I mean, like when I watch it, I was like, this is really actually better written than most of his stuff. The relationships and stuff, like it's about relationships, so he really gets it, you know.
I think that's the one he put his own failed marriages into, you know, which is why it comes across as more human, you know, like how. I don't think he can relate to someone that he fell in love so much he was willing to go back in time and lose his life. I don't think he understands that. I don't think he gets teenage unrequited love. Where I'm willing to steal this. You know, I'm willing to risk everything, including killing myself to save a wealthy girl. I don't think he gets that. This, you know, I don't think he gets I'm going to ignore my wife and travel around the world and become a super agent. You know what I mean? I don't think he gets that. But The Abyss, where, I got like, I mean, he was married to Gail Ann Hurd at that point. This producer. So if you're looking at two A-types competing with the crew of people, right? For like, who's the one in charge, you know? And this crew's like, it's the most personal movie he's probably made. That's you know.
Marty McKay says Samara Weaving would make a great Harley Quinn. Don't know how that is, but
I don't know who that is.
Astrid says Bespin, not dropping scoop. What's new? Ooh, as it's true.
Burn.
Bespin said waiting for Todd Phillips to rip off New York, and Shutter Island with the Joker sequel. Yeah, the question is does it work? Bespin said I'm just very lazy. Jason
I like that answer, by the way.
Thrawn.
I like
oh yeah. Yeah, no.
I can respect.
Hey Leia, how's it going, Miss Rose? Samuel Jackson is his own genre. I will. Yeah, I'll give it that.
He should have won the Oscar for Jackie Brown. Seriously,
old Jackie Brown. Bespin Bulletin says cast Harry Styles as Thrawn now. Harry Styles.
I don't even know who that is.
He's in BTS. Jedi Mike says. Jedi Mike says Andor a 9 out of 10, Boba 7.5 out of 10, Kenobi 7 out of 10 for me. Wow, you put Boba over Kenobi? I have to.
So do I.
Disagree with that. I think you're both on crack.
So do I.
Because of the Mando episodes, because you're Mando fanboys.
And the conductor train sequence. Yes.
Yeah.
Space Lizard. God, it's give it Space Lizard.
I don't know.
Space Lizard is my Babu Frick. I'm just
Kenobi going into a meth lab and beating up everybody. That's pretty good.
I couldn't see anything anyway. It was like an episode of House of Dragon.
Oh, you're like Santa. You need to turn your TV. You know, I need to turn off the hurt. Okay. Tyrant said my number one choice with the damn built for Star Wars directory is Denis Villeneuve, and then Alex Garland, then further back to Baron Bo Odar, Catherine Bigelow, Neil Blomkamp.
No, none. Nope. I disagree with all of them, Tyrant. You fail.
I think Neil. Do you think Neil Blomkamp would do something good? No. Nope. Do you think it would be interesting? No, you don't think so?
He's a poor man's Doug Liman. He made one film that's good. That's it.
That was.
By the way, I'll give him credit. I actually liked Elysium.
District 9. Was that District 9?
Yeah, District 9 is a great film. Yeah. But I liked Elysium. Okay. Ringworld Planet, right? Sid Mead, and even I understand most people won't. You know, so no, he's just man. I
liked Alicia. We just weren't meant for each other. We just weren't right. Yeah. Sorry, Alicia. Sorry. We just weren't right.
Sorry. Nope.
Vin Diesel is in Avatar 2 equals perfection.
That confirmed?
Is that really a thing?
Let me look that one. I'll go look that one up.
Don't fucking be a thing. Just please don't do that. God damn it if they did that. At Rob, says Jedi Mike, I was promoting your Avatar talk show portion of the MSW show during Santa's pre-horny live stream. before Santa got all in the mood, got all frisky. Tyra says, my number one choice was the dance.
All right.
So is it true?
He did something where he said he may have been and then took it back in an interview back in June, but no one said anything yet. So
I hope not. Touches my number one choice with the damn bullet for Star Wars director is. Oh, wait, I already read that one. I know. I don't know how I got back, but I went back in time. Seagal's fat ass fled to Russia for a reason, says Marty McKay. I know. You should fucking stay there. I mean, I still want him to keep making movies, though.
Seagulls, like you pull them off. There's another Seagal, and then there's another Seagal.
Yeah.
I feel like then at the end, that Matroska. Is it Matroska?
We have
is that what that's called?
Warwick Davis is Steven Seagal. He's the little one.
He's in there.
And then we keep getting the bigger ones, and then finally we get Seagal back at the end.
He's like the nougat. The center of Seagal.
In one of those movies that one of those things, he wrote it. Steven Seagal wrote the film himself, and there's like a joke about like the girl he just fucked like being a man. He's like, I'd hate if you were a man and your dick was bigger than mine, and she goes, "That's impossible." Like Seagal wrote that for himself. He's Trump.
It's a money laundering scheme. I mean, they gotta team him and UV Bowl up, don't you think? Don't they? The gatekeeper and the keymaster is UV Bowl and Steven Seagal. Come on.
Most likely, Steven Seagal and Donald Trump launder money through Russians. Most likely, because they are like exactly the same person. Just one is physical and one's fat. Aria says, I loved how Batman, well, they're both fat. I loved how Batman looked and the story, but my God, does it feel annoying not looking at Christian Bale as the Batman from the 2000s? Hate the new one. Really? I actually really liked what's his name? The vampire boy. I thought he was good. Pattinson. Yeah, he was good. Yeah, they call him the Battinson, as they call him. Yeah, I usually don't approve of that shit, but that one I like. Yeah, I thought it was good. I don't like it when they make Bruce Wayne into a jock, but I was also raised with Michael Keaton being Batman, so shows you where I'm coming at this from. I think if I was raised with Christian Bale being Batman, I probably would be like, no, he's supposed to be.
Adam West wasn't exactly the most built of people either. You know?
At the time, no, the different time.
He was no Steve McQueen, bro. I'm talking about.
My best friend in college was a gay man writing about bodybuilding magazines, and boy, I can tell you, I've seen more 1960s bodies of men than I've ever wanted to in my life. And
I love that that's your friend in high school. I really do. You know, because I feel like that's the friend I could have totally talked to about pro wrestling and not been laughed at.
Oh yeah.
All my friends laughed at me like, what?
Well, I used to make fun of them. No. I used to be like, this is like us going and getting like Maxim magazine and like, this is our thesis. He was writing about dicks, dude. And he was like, yeah.
Instead of Team Bop, it was Team Bop.
I mean, he did it. He did a good job though. I mean,
I'm not saying Adam West was out of shape. I'm just saying that he wasn't. Yeah. No, he wasn't built like when Christian Bale took his shirt off in Batman Begins, and he's, you know what I mean?
I mean the
he was built more like Pattinson, which had like a regular build, you know.
When you go back to like men's bodies, though, like before like Teddy, like the fucking skinny Irish guys doing that was like the epitome of like like male bodies, and it goes through this whole transformation over the last 100 years. You know what I mean? And then we get eventually we end up with Arnold, you know, and it's just like a whole different fucking thing. And then it's pretty
My favorite is Hugh Jackman in X-Men compared to Hugh Jackman in like the Wolverine, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Watching the same actor go from, hey, there's a guy to what the fucking hell? Here's my thing with Wolverine. I know everyone wants the dude to look like a really great Rob
like Bo Biscobo,
muscles on muscles, right? I think if you have a healing factor, you can live forever. You're just not working out, you know. Like you're just not. Like Alex Ross drew him as Danny DeVito in this post-apocalyptic future ones, which is why when I saw Matt Berry on What We Do in the Shadows, I was like, that's how Wolverine. That's the kind of attitude of a guy who could live forever. He'd just murder you and drink beer and wouldn't care. Like, he's not doing push-ups.
How did they make that Monsters movie post What We Do in the Shadows?
I know.
How the fuck do you do that after What We Do in the Shadows and then make that Monsters movie? I'll be honest with you guys. As you know, I mean, I'm more of a Munsters man. As a kid, I thought, Wednesday. It's like, yeah, what's up, Christina Ricci? You know what I mean? But
Well, how do you make that Munsters movie
I
after
like the
post
Munsters.
Addams Family? Like, do you understand what I'm saying? Like given those two Addams Family movies, how do you make a Munsters movie?
Well, I mean, they're like I understand still like leaning into the dad joke aspects and quality of it, and like I watched the whole movie. And as I'm watching, I'm like, you know what? I like looking at the monster designs. You know what? I actually don't hate how bad it looks. This whole neon tacky look that they went for. I actually don't necessarily hate it. But it was just so fucking stupid. Like all the time. And then the guy who plays Herman starts doing like a Jim Carrey impersonation midway that he loses and brings back. It was, but I don't get it. Like,
I look kind of like the Mask with this green makeup on. I'll do that. I get it.
Yeah,
I get it.
I mean, and like if you when you watch the old shows, I think the Munsters is better. I think the Munsters is actually a better show for the most part. I enjoy it more.
Here's the thing. You would like the Addams Family more if you just eliminate the laugh track. So what I would do is I used to just turn the sound off and put
I hate
on
laugh
subtitles.
tracks. Yeah.
Yeah, and the Addams Family's dry humor works brilliantly with captions. Like it just
Yeah.
I wish they would release
the comic strip
all
is
those
hilarious.
60s.
I like the comic
Yeah,
strip like a lot. So
because
I can see
of
how
that
that
deadpan humor, it works with that kind of drawing. So like I even think like those even I'm not a Gilligan's Island fan, but I wish we could get all that shit without laugh tracks. Laugh tracks is what makes all that shit really not work. Could you imagine adding a laugh track to the Twilight Zone? You think that would hold up?
Yeah.
You know? No,
well, I was like a kid growing up, get your first teenage job, then you all of a sudden are working nights. You miss sitcoms for like a couple of years. I came back from that schedule to being able to like watch a sitcom, and I'm like, I cannot. What is this? I can't fucking take this laugh track. It's bullshit. So, as it just says, goodbye, Star Wars films.
They never had them in cartoons, though. Hold on, they never had them in cartoons. That's why my uncle would tell me, "Well, it's supposed to be a comedy." I'm like, "All right, well, my cartoon is like for kids, and He-Man doesn't have a laugh track." You would think. Yeah. Like, I think some of those Hanna-Barbera ones would sometimes, maybe. Like, I can vaguely remember, but you wouldn't get a laugh track in the Ghostbusters cartoon, but you'd get one in a fucking stupid sitcom. I don't get it.
Yeah. I mean, I know it didn't use a chain. I know. Hulu says, here, but driving.
No, that was just bad compositing. No, I'm fucking with
No, I mean... The Scottish scenery in the last episode of Andor was amazing and was shot not too damn far from your house. It was also cool that the reference to Scottish Highland clearances, albeit via a Star Wars lens. Yeah, I appreciated that a lot. So, Taika says, made What We Do in the Shadows, Hunt for Wilder People, Thor, Ragnarok, Jojo Rabbit. Yeah, really bad filmmaker. Yeah, Taika's great. I mean, that's. I mean, other than that last Thor movie though, I haven't been able to finish it. So is that my ruling? I don't know if I ever finish it and actually have one, but I
still enjoy the movie. I just go that should know like those don't go. That's it. You can't go further than this because you go further than this, you are in Batman Forever territory. That's as far as the humor can go.
Right.
But I do think there's a lot in Thor Love and Thunder that is very Jim Henson-y. I mean, like those bird biker dudes, you know what I mean? Like all that stuff. It's just that battle in the front of the movie should have been like, there's not an actual battle. Like I wish it were actually constructed as a fight. It's like it's more of a cartoon goof. So you can have the cartoon humor, but like set up something that is actually crazy to watch, not gaggy. You know, there's a lot of like joke bits. So, but the ending with the kids and everything, I liked all that stuff. So yeah, I just, that my biggest complaint about the film is just the volume shows. The volume shows.
Griffin Joseph Campbell says Book of Boba Fett 4 out of 10, Kenobi 6 out of 10. Griffin? No. Griffin says 4 out of 10. Oh, that's pretty low.
Sure,
But
why
anyways, I mean, hey, it's Griffin's score. He's entitled to it. Lord Tasman says
No, he's not.
One
Take it
Direction.
away.
No, BTS, Lord Tasman. BTS.
I don't know what
he says,
BTS is.
I know. I was making a joke, but Lord Tasman's like,
I was like, the
hey,
Batman, that's BTAS. I don't know. I don't want to know. I'm glad I don't know.
right.
I love the hentai Woody.
I think
I have
think
the toy. I have the hentai Woody toy, by the way.
I think it's in BBC. BBC. Andy says, are you guys ready for the Hocus Pocus 2 crossover with the Star Wars sequels? Yeah, the other day Max texted me and she's all, everybody's talking about Hocus Pocus 2. I don't think I even saw the first one. I didn't respond.
It's not worth seeing.
I forgot. I was like, I don't give a fuck about Hocus Pocus unless you're a hot witch
cares?
and you care today, in which case I want to hear your review of Hocus Pocus.
Harriet the Worst Witch was my witchy thing in the 80s, and it's basically where she stole Harry Potter from. I still don't understand how no one fucking just calls her out on like, look, you just took that shit and swapped it from a girl to a boy. I mean, it's got the headmaster, it's got the broom thing, it's got it's got all the same shit.
Is that her? Is Harry trans? Is that what she's trying to hide? Is she mad about that?
No. But it's got Mrs. Garrett. It's got Tim Curry.
It's got Mrs. Garrett. It does have Mrs. Garrett. Oh, J.K. Rowling. What are you doing? Ari says Alec Baldwin is the new Thrawn. Source from Mike Zero. Trustworthy. That sounds right. That sounds correct. Bespin says
He's
like
just got to somehow work in his right-winging talking points, doesn't he? He's got to work in something. So he knows that'll enrage his weird. Yeah, that's crazy. I never thought they're very creative, Jason. I never would have connected these lines. You know, is Putin playing Snoke next? Like, just curious.
Are you Azitra? Because I feel like Azitra says, Elysium is amazing.
Yeah,
I think
except for video games, we don't agree on video games at all.
Or is that your deep cover?
He plays multiplayer games, right? That Azitra?
Yeah, he plays a little bit of Star Wars Battlefront.
Does he play one multiplayer game
after he kills everybody and he's the last man standing in a battle royale? He says, "Now I have it."
Games.
I know, but that's how you're gonna get really good at it because you're gonna want to kill everybody. So you're the last one. You're the only one. Bespin says, just like Trevorrow, Blomkamp only made a good movie. Yeah.
I stand by District 9. It's brilliant.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah, and a lot of what I like about Trevorrow's first movie is what's her name, because she's fucking funny.
And I like Elysium, but I understand.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Jedi Mike says, Nikki, the Kenobi craptastic part was worse than cool the trippy Boba for me. So, Bestman says Vin had a cool video of himself on set, then said he hasn't filmed yet, but that he will. I'm about it. Fast 10 might have time travel. Let's go, baby. Bestman.
Maybe he was just high.
Bestman and his buddies really, really do love the Fast and the Furious movies, and hearing their exuberance for it makes me tolerate it even exists. The fact that it makes them happy.
Look,
I'm glad
the first one when it came out, but I didn't go to the theaters. I just was stuck in a house during winter and it was on. I'm like, oh, I'll watch this. Oh, okay. All right. You know what I mean? It's like a Point Break with cars. Fine. And then when they added The Rock and I was like, oh, it's going to go into heists. I was like, I love heists. I like The Rock. I'll watch this. I just it's got Michelle Rodriguez. Just so tough. You know, like the least favorite part of Avatar for me, you know, just.
Yeah.
But yet my favorite part of Blood Rain. any actress or actor who can just drop their accent halfway through the movie because they're like, it's too much effort.
You know what? I'm bored. I'm bored with my accent now.
That is amazing. You know?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like when what's her name dropped it from Marvel, the one in the TV shows, the one in the old timey TV shows. Wasn't she like a Russian? No, it wasn't her. It was the other one. It was both of them. They were both from like
the Avengers.
Yeah, Scarlett Johansson has an accent at one point, I think, and then she just doesn't anymore. And
No,
so
you're
does
talking about X-Men. So Halle Berry had it in the first film. They had that weird South African accent. And they get in the second one, but she went at least the next movie they drop it. Michelle Rodriguez drops it like
Wanda.
10 minutes in the fucking film. Like,
And
yeah,
then,
but they went the whole
yeah.
movie with it, eventually dropping it.
No,
in
that's what
another
I'm
film.
saying. Like Wanda, she goes like several films and it just kind of like evaporates, and you're like, okay.
Well,
But
maybe she just Madonna'd and picked up the local accent. You know, I could eventually get that.
yeah.
But when you drop it 5 minutes in the film, it's hilarious. Like it's just that's like
Yeah. No,
bravo.
It's almost like the trope where like the accent comes out and the person starts like cussing in another language, like when they get mad. It's almost like that in reverse. Like we started as that. So hey, look, we did it. And then they're like, never mind. No, we didn't. Marty McKay says they pulled the trafficked girls from Seagal's sweaty bitch tits and belly like one of the Russian dolls. All right. Hey, Dale, how's it going, dude? Tyrant says a video of Vin Diesel. Was he sexually harassing his interviewer again? Uh-oh. Marty McKay says Adam West is the American Roger Moore.
I've said that forever. You know,
I love Roger Moore.
But they had considered Adam West at one point, but the Batman thing was too overwhelming.
Yeah.
You know, when Connery left, it was a conversation. And it's a real shame because he did a commercial where he played a James Bond like character, and he would have been perfect as a James Bond. You know, it's just unfortunately in the fucking 60s, it was just like if you do one role, you're one role forever. So I mean, fucking okay. Well, then why was John Wayne not Genghis Khan in every fucking movie?
Yeah.
Get the Fing Foom fan face on, John Wayne. Just run around as an Asian stereotype for the rest of your fucking career.
He's all sorry,
asshole.
I'm too busy dying from this nuclear fallout we took from a test site back to the film
He
set.
dresses up like an Asian man and then chases down and tries to beat up Native American women. That's his fucking role.
John
He's got
Wayne.
a little dick. I fucking hate John Wayne.
John
I hate
Wayne.
him.
Yeah.
It's the one thing I disagree with Al Bundy. Fuck the dude.
Yeah. Some people say John Wayne. I say Young Guns. Marty
John
McKay
Wayne
says
Let's finish
John
the
Wayne
sentence.
Gacy. John Wayne Gacy.
Add Gacy there.
Hey, not all those clowns are the same, all right?
Imagine
Marty,
if his name was Abraham Lincoln Dahmer. That would have just changed history. You know what I mean? Like, I just think all serial killers should change their first and middle name to a celebrity just to ruin their lives too. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Marty McKay says Adam West's body was built with cocaine, acid, weed, orgies, and STIs. Yeah. There's this every now and then, like I'll fall asleep with like YouTube TV on my TV on, and then like I'll wake up and it will be like this old man who makes these videos, and it's always like crazy shit. It's always like that's when Pierce Brosnan realized that his neighbor was sexually assaulted by a man who went by the name of Tiger Cougar Weston III. And then he proceeded to beat the shit out of him with a tire iron. Like I'm not even kidding, like all the time. And like the other night, it ended up there, and it was like it was like about Burt Ward and how much he was paid. There's like this like whole like series of how much did Burt Ward make playing Robin, and like it goes into it, and it's like he was neighbors with Bruce Lee, and little did he know they would both be superstars in 1 year. And you're just like, what is this?
Bruce Lee Roy. He didn't finish the sentence.
Bruce
Lee Roy.
Yeah,
from The Last Dragon. Yeah. They did a lot of dancing.
Hey, let me ask you this. So I took Penny to the movies, got a $5 Voodoo credit, and went on Voodoo, and there wasn't really any good movies, but Dracula Dead and Loving It was on there, and I bought that. Does that ever get better? I watched it the first 10 minutes.
Not for you and me, no. For an 8-year-old, yes. But for
okay,
you and me, no.
My son loves the Naked Gun. He loves all three of them. Like he just watches them constantly, and so.
To be fair, though, a lot of the humor in Naked Gun that works were just recycled jokes from Police Squad. Like it's a lot of reused material. Did you ever sit through Police Squad? I mean, it's the exact same jokes. They just ported them right to the movie. So there wasn't a lot of new material for that sort of thing. He was much better at when he was trying to investigate the Undertaker and SummerSlam than Dracula Dead and Loving It, just so you know.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, well, I mean,
That had a
it's
lame ending.
Mel Brooks and stuff, and I was like, maybe it's going to get better. But like, I watched like the first 10 minutes, and it was just Janos from Ghostbusters 2 falling out of wagons and shit. And I was like, does this get better?
But Airplane is just Police Squad, Jedi Mike. So Police Squad exists before Airplane. So you just can't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
John Singleton made a mediocre Fast movie. Bestman says, "Screw The Rock. He doesn't care about the."
They're all mediocre.
Bestman says, "Screw The Rock. He doesn't care about the family. He's not coming back for Fast 10. I hope they time travel and kill his ass." Oh, shit.
Look, I'm not gonna lie, man. The best idea I've heard for future Jurassic Park movies is just teaming up the Fast and the Furious guys with the dinosaurs. Like that. And just set them all in a Mad Max world. Just don't explain how the Fast and the Furious guys got there. Just go with it, or give them a DeLorean.
I want to make a movie series called "What Stupid People Think History Is." That's what it's called, and it's going to be like my Dino movie. Will just be like early man, like living with dinosaurs and like domesticating them. It'll pretty much be what Colin Trevorrow did.
If I were in charge of the next Fast and the Furious film, I would have them all steal cars that are essentially, I mean, you couldn't do the official licenses, although I would try to get it. But if you couldn't, I would just make versions of famous pop culture cars. Like they get the DeLorean, the Echo one, the Batmobile.
That was my idea. What I was going to say was Fast and the Furious is owned by Universal, right?
Yeah.
So what if they just did Back to the Future, Fast and the Furious? Fast and the Furious taking place in 2015. Back to the Futures. Yeah, Fast and the Future taking place in Back to the Future's 2015. I would fucking watch that shit.
Race against time. Fast and the Future. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Just it just takes place in that world. I would watch it. So Asatru says most of the games I play daily are online: Halo, Battlefront, Battlefield, Titanfall, Apex, GTA, etc. But don't worry, I play plenty of single-player games. GameStats has been amazing for finding shorter stories.
He's an Xbox kid.
I find that Games Pass is the same problem I have with streaming services and Netflix. I just look at games all day and then download one, and by the time it downloads, I don't want to play it anymore, and I don't play anything.
It's your ADHD, Jason. Pick one and play it.
Yeah. Yeah. So I just play Fortnite with Bestman all day. Andy says, how would you guys feel if Nick Cage played a Morband junk trader turned droid interpreter for the Alliance? Whichever Nick Cage we got, good Nick Cage or bad Nick Cage, I'm okay with it now because he's just fucking old and crazy.
I want him to be the original Minch.
I want
he's gonna or him to voice the because if they bring the ETs back, they're going to make them speak basic because all the aliens in Star Wars speak basic now. They should all be voiced by Nick Cage.
Okay.
The ETs.
I want him to play the first adult Jedi who lived that Luke Skywalker meets. And he's like, yeah, I'm a Jedi and you should emulate everything I do. And then Luke's like, okay. That'd be great.
I want him to have that Southern accent from Con Air, though.
I told you about when we had that us in the bad kid school, and we had the a day where the teacher didn't want to do anything, so you just put on Con Air. And when there's the scene when they're all on the plane and they're like all shackled to it, he looks at the class and he goes, "Some of you have been chained like that before, huh?" He's just like dead fucking serious to the whole class. I started laughing. I thought it was pretty funny.
Baller.
Yeah, he didn't care. His name was Quinn. He was cool. Marty McFly Bundy.
Good name too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. Tyrant says, my son likes a naked gun. As a youth, I enjoyed O.J. Simpson doing slapstick comedy and accidentally killing people. I know. I haven't had the nerve to tell him.
Watching them nearly kill him in the opening of the first one is worth the price of admission alone.
Yeah. Yeah, and King Chris, I pay for Games Pass. I don't disagree. They have they have a family plan coming out, and that's going to be good for me.
Games Pass look, I when video stores went away, right?
Mm-hmm.
I could care less about the video part. It's the video game part. Renting video games went away, other than like GameFly, and it ain't the same thing, you
Yeah.
know. And so, and it was like it's like $17.99 a month to rent a GameFly. It's fucking the worst,
Yeah.
stupid fucking deal
Yeah.
ever.
I
Dude.
had
It's
GameFly
never been
for
good.
like a month back in the day,
It's
and I
not
was like,
worth.
this sucks. I got like the game sent to me scratched, and then they like are like, you scratched it. And I'm like, no, you send it to me scratched. So like, you
Right.
scratched it, and I was
Yeah.
like, I cancel, and I blocked them. I'm like
Yeah.
fucking send it to a creditor, asshole.
So Games Pass is the closest thing I've seen to it. I know devs that aren't owned by Microsoft don't financially do so well on there. So it's, you know, like as a fan, great. For studios that Microsoft buys, great, because they can go to Games Pass as well as have sale, whatever. Microsoft gets that money back. For third party indie studios, unless they have a specific deal, it just
Have your microtransactions ready if you're gonna do that. That's how you're gonna make it happen for you.
Fair enough.
I'd
But
say.
then you're spending $20 again. You're right in
Mhm.
GameFly territory.
Yeah.
I just don't understand.
But you know,
like,
but if it's because I want to buy that thing, then you know, hey, that's on me at that point. Like I don't have to have the Freddy Krueger outfit or whatever happens to be that game has, whatever, you know. So Brian says in Fast 10, they go back in time to ancient Babylonia where they meet The Rock as Black Adam. This solidifies Fast and the Furious connection with the DCEU. I don't know if Bestman's gonna like that one.
DCEU is something I just never want to hear again. It's verse and then DCEU. It's right up there. Like, I'm tired of those two things. They don't really exist. They mean nothing, and they're just something that keeps getting shoved into your face for no reason.
Can we turn the show into a Fast and the Furious show? Fast Fridays, Avatar Tuesday, Willow Wednesdays.
Did you say Avatar? It's Avatar.
I said Avatar, didn't I?
No, you sound like Avatar. And I'm like, come on, man.
And a little bit of coffee heartburn right there just now.
Okay. Willow Wednesday.
Yeah. Willow Wednesday. That's somebody in some marketing campaign at Lucasfilm's like, Willow Wednesday. That's when we sell the Willow merchandise that nobody's gonna buy. Andy says,
although I was listening to the Rob Liefeld podcast and he went to D23 and he did excitedly get in the line and got his Willow action figures. So real Rob Liefeld is a genuine nerd, man. You gotta appreciate that.
Yeah.
You know? Bragging about the Willow figures, praising Avatar. He's like you and me combined into one.
He's a Voltron to Rob and Jason.
He's the Wonder Twins. We've like, or was it Dragon Ball? We got to do the Dragon Ball Z thing.
Right? How do you think Indiana Jones 5 would be if Pablo Hidalgo directed it? I don't know. I've never seen anything directed. It would be an encyclopedia.
It'd just be fucking tweets on screen, you know, or
tweets that he deletes. King Chris has the sweet deal about Game Pass Ultimate
at the end.
It's for $14.99. You get unlimited access to Game Pass and also get Xbox Live Gold. Oh, I have it, Chris. I am well aware. I'm well aware. Yeah.
Here's the thing, though. I personally don't play games enough to justify $15 a month on video games.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so the way I manage for my personal life, because fucking drawing takes me, bro, I'm spending 60 to 80 hours a week drawing, you know?
Looking at a screen.
It's a lot of time. And the thing is, the way I got around it was, okay, I'll buy a game for $60, right? If that's the case.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the game I have to play. And if I buy a game for $60, I have to play it for at least 4 to 10 hours. And then I don't feel bad if I ever don't watch again. Because to me, if you go and spend fucking $10 on a movie, which is cheap, right? That's 6 hours of content. Most people spend $20 when they go to the movie theaters. That's 4 hours. So that's just how I just figure, well, if you're going to go fucking see 4 movies a month, I'm not even seeing 4 movies a year these days. So that's how I work it out. I wish there was a Games Pass for the PlayStation, but there isn't. So I'm not buying. I don't buy Xboxes. There's nothing. The only thing they've done that's exclusive now is they own Double Fine.
Mhm.
So after Psychonauts 2, anything Double Fine does is exclusive to Xbox or PC. So there's that.
I play games online, and it doesn't matter as much anymore. Things are more cross platform, but it used to be better to. I mean, there's assholes on both platforms, but you would find like if I felt like there was a little bit more of an open community on the Xbox compared to the PlayStation stuff. Like people on PlayStation didn't use headsets because it didn't come with headsets like at first.
Okay.
And so like when he went to play like a game on that platform, it wasn't as good. That's why I kind of just stayed in the Xbox thing. For whatever reason that worked on me.
Talk about the first PlayStation?
No, like the PlayStation, they ended up adding Bluetooth headsets into like what PlayStation 4, and they didn't even ship with them. They never shipped with one.
It's not the same, Bassman. Sorry. All right. Sorry, it's not the same. It's something, but it's really not.
Yeah, it's a thing, but it's not the same thing.
No, it's not. It's no. Anyway, where are we going on with this fucking stupid Game Pass thing? The thing is, man, like I spent a year playing Dragon Quest 11, so like right now I'm still playing through Kirby and the Forgotten Land, and it's not a hard game. It's just I only have so much time. I play for like 30 minutes before I go to sleep, so it just doesn't make any sense for guys like me to.
What's up with those? Have you heard anything about the Dragon Quest remakes? Like they're supposed to be remaking all of them, and they announced, and I haven't heard anything at all. Has there been any news on that?
3 HD is getting the big remake. 3 HD is getting the big.
But aren't 1 and 2 getting re-released as well? With like
they've already been re-released with like pixel, you know, like.
But it's like semi 3D now and shit.
Yeah, that's 3 or 4. It's a specific game. It's not all of them.
Yeah, I thought they were doing like all of them. Okay, maybe I just misunderstood.
Yeah.
Eddie says, "Can't wait for the Willow children's book sold exclusively at your select Targets." Yesterday, Johnny came into the chat and he dropped some fucking Lord of the Rings character name, and we made a joke about it. And then he texted me like 5 hours later. That's from LOTHR from Lord of the Rings or whatever. And then I said, "What is that? A Willow fanfic?" And then he didn't say anything. He never responded. He never responded back. Marty says, "Speaking of video games, roll on the Callisto Protocol from the Dead Space creator and Dead Space remake that ironically has no involvement from the Dead Space creator." Okay. Tyron says, "Not on Game Pass, have a higher uptick in sales, especially for new releases compared to other platforms. There have been like 3 devs that had issues, but they also had shit pub deals."
Yeah, I know, but I got friends. I don't want to get into it. I can get people into trouble, so I don't want to. I don't want to get into it. Okay, you're right there. I don't feel bad. It's not. You are a consumer. They put out a product. Don't feel bad for financially supporting the product. Yeah. What I'm talking about is behind the scenes, and nobody should. It'd be like me feeling bad because I spent money on Disney Plus, but the production crew weren't. You know, we had nothing to do with how that money is distributed behind the scenes. You know, so don't feel bad about it. So I don't. I just think about that.
I don't give a shit.
I know you don't give a shit, but that's why I laugh when you're like, but I have to add 300 words to an article. I'm like, I don't fucking care.
I don't give a shit.
So like, I mean, we don't have to do shows when shit drops. We'll do it a week later. Who cares? And no, you got to do it now. No, you don't have to.
We all made our beds. Let's lie in them. That's what I say.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I do personally feel like when the game comes on Games Pass, it gets exposure and you see it, and then I get more. I've got more interested in things by trying it on Games Pass that I think has led to more money being spent. I think it's overall.
I think
good,
it's a great service. It's for what they're doing. It's a great service. I'm not complaining about Games Pass. You know.
Yeah.
If I'm going to complain about a service, I'm going to talk about Nintendo's archaic online services, which is. I love me Nintendo, but it's
Nintendo girl. I just want you to know that I bought your console when I was 7 years old. Now I'm 43. I could afford to buy a real console from you if you just make a real console, like for me that looks good. It looks like your Mario movie. I'll play it.
I'd be fine with them building a PS5 like system and then keeping it for 10 years. You know what I mean? Just get up and then giving me a couple mediocre ones, but just make one that fucking keeps up some level of fucking graphic fidelity for what I'm not saying everything needs realistic textures and shit. It's got nothing to do with that. It's just like when I'm playing Bowser's Fury and it fucking chugs around 18 frames a second, it's just gotta stop.
Yeah.
This is unacceptable from a AAA developer, dude. It's unacceptable.
Well, I mean, but I also understand that like not every family, not every kid can afford, you know, a $600 system and that kind of thing.
Then they can buy. They can.
But
you know
but make multiple systems. You know, keep making the Switch and make it turn the graphics way down. You know, that'd be nice,
right?
I mean, you know, in reality, I'm a Nintendo guy. But I'm not a Nintendo guy.
They don't want to spend the money internally developing $150 million games, you know, or $250 million. That's their philosophy. To which I go, all right, then at some point, you know, like I don't know what point at this point because I'm still a fucking mark. I buy the systems at launch, but I gotta tell you, man. I got the Switch when it was brand new. No one cared because I loved the functionality, the Wii U. I took the Wii U to bed, right? Because it was in my living room. I was like, this is great. The problem with the Switch is all the games I thought I wanted, other than Breath of the Wild, haven't really lived up to what I was hoping there. Odyssey, I didn't really, Metroid didn't really, you know, Kirby is the closest thing to it. But the fucking Luigi's Mansion game, which I was looking forward to, doesn't have a proper C stick. This is ridiculous. Like it's so,
what's like been weird for me is that my kid absolutely loves the Switch and most of those games because he doesn't have the point of reference for a better time on it. So it's like to him, it's like good. And I think Nintendo knows this. They figured that out.
Yeah, well, it's true. Kids they'll love everything. They're really stupid like that.
Oh, George.
No, it's true. You can give them a Buster Keaton racist frog, and they love it.
You
can do whatever you want.
George, come on.
Yeah. No, none of it matters. You can give guys pigtails on their sides of their heads, Jason, and they're gonna eat that up.
George, remember when you named Darth Vader Annie? Remember when you did that?
Yeah, you can
orphan Annie.
Darth Vader. You can name Darth Vader after a redheaded orphan from the 30s, and they'll love you for it. Like I'm tired of hearing it. 8-year-olds. I don't care. Look.
No. I'm with you.
Games,
I'm with you. Rob.
They can't have 18 frames a fucking second. They can't have 25 frames a second. It can't be chugging.
Hey, I'm completely with you. But I was saying is Nintendo figured it out that there's new little 8-year-olds every day born who replace us. And
no. What they figured out is they grow up and keep buying 6 fucking Pokemon games a year, even though they're all fucking inferior. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I love Nintendo, man, but like, I just for once would like to say, hey, this time we're gonna go fucking nuts, but we're not gonna make a crazy system for a while, and then we're gonna do something just so we can get past the fucking frame rate. We're in a world where crazy fans want 120 frames per second 4K, which is nuts. But as a Nintendo fan, I'm like, I would settle for a solid 30 frames per second if you could just do it on this Mario game. You can't do it. It's ridiculous.
I mean, like I said, I would just rather they release the light version as a handheld and then release a really high quality system that I can play on my TV. And at the same time too, fucking, I'm not gonna play on like the Switch Lite. I'm not gonna play on the little handheld. I'm fucking done. If I was gonna do that bullshit, I'd play on my phone. I'm not ever going to. I don't want to wear glasses to play games. Tyler says, Jason, there's a system for you. It's called the Steam Deck. That's when somebody takes a shit in the back of your toilet. I heard about this on the internet.
You know, the guys that love Steam Deck are the same ones that were trying to sell me on Atari Lynx in 1991, man. They would walk around with these battery packs that look like Chewbacca's belt.
No,
like with C batteries wrapped around their fucking shoulders.
That actual Steam Deck thing, I think it like looks pretty cool. I would probably get it for my son. He probably would really like it, and I considered getting it, but once again, I knew I wasn't gonna like. I bought a 60-inch TV.
Is the next Mario game gonna be on it? Then it doesn't matter.
I would rather play.
I'll have to wait a year after the Dragon Quest launch for it to be on there. So no, I'm not doing. Like, I need Dragon Quest at launch. That gives me PlayStation and Nintendo. That's it. I need Nintendo games at launch. That gives me Nintendo. I want the Uncharted series at launch and Grand Theft Auto, so guaranteed PlayStation. Like, this is the math I do. These are the games I play. You know? So, like, I'm not playing... Like, the only retro games I ever load up in emulation are fucking Nintendo 60. I plop open fucking Wave Race 64 and Pilot Wing 64 twice a year and have a good time and then put it away. So... I
love... Wait, I had Wave Race back in the day. It was pretty fun.
I love it. Honestly, man, like if I was stuck on a stranded island, I could take one game. It'd be Final Fantasy Tactics or Wave Race. You know, like that's it.
Yeah.
So, can't get bored with them.
Jedi Mike says that his kids just don't care about graphics. Yeah. Says,
well, I don't care about your kids. So.
Oh, what? Come on. Mario Kart.
Oh, shit, son.
Yeah.
They don't even fucking know what Tiny Toons is. They give two fucking shits less what your kids think.
Mind you, I'm raising them right.
You, Mike.
I'm raising them right. They know their Tiny Toons. Tiny says, I have bought every console day one since the N64, Nintendo, Sony, Xbox, Sega, Dreamcast. Don't be an early adopter like me. Be smart. Actually, don't buy both the PS5 and a Series X and X. Wow.
I won't. I bought a PS5 at launch. I'm happy with it. But, you know.
Just don't be a fanboy about it. Yeah.
Hold on. I got to address this. Yeah, but you're stealing the game at that point and running it on emulation, and I don't support it. So, sorry, Tyrant.
I like stealing. I'm kidding. Wait. Okay, wait. I'm trying to find. Okay, Jason, I got some bad news for you. Nintendo's next system is definitely a hybrid home portable like Switch running on the next gen Tegra chip. Yeah, is it like I just like that's my thing. Like I really loved my Oculus Quest 2, but now after playing like next gen like graphics and games and shit like that, it sucks going on. It wasn't as big of a deal, but now it's a big deal. And so I don't like going down.
Pushed the optimization on the software side because Facebook has been all big on trying to make fucking the Land work.
Well, Quest 3
the metaverse work.
The Quest 3 stuff just leaked, and I haven't followed it very closely, but I think that's when it's going to like get higher quality or whatever.
Well, they got to spend their resources on making games,
Yeah, third party people are the ones that like Bone Lab is like the big one right now.
I got a physical and digital copy. Tell me how you're stealing. Because it's emulating modern fucking games.
Oh.
I just don't agree with it. I don't agree with
if you own it.
Retro games. I hear you, but it's unofficial. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this. Great, you can play the Steam Deck and unlimited, blah blah blah. But when I want to play Bowser's Fury, like this is ridiculous. I'm just not. Look, I guess Tyrant, you just haven't been in a career where your career's been fucking stolen. Like I don't know, man. You just haven't been on my side of the fence with this, Tyrant. So
well, if you bought it though, if you bought the game, you wouldn't be hurting them.
Yeah, but emulating games that are out now today to buy brand new in stores is not the point of emulation. That is just they're just doing them. The majority of people doing that don't own the game and do it. Tyrant's the exception, not the rule. The majority of people are just doing it to pirate new games. So I don't fully agree. I get maintaining PS3 level games because you can't ever get them again. I get using emulation as a way to secure a game's playability for the future. But like when they're like, I jailbroke a PS5, I can fucking download all it. I bought it too and I'm playing. Okay, great, whatever. I can't. I'm not doing it. You do you, boo. You're the one that wants Denis Villeneuve to make a Star Wars movie. I mean, what do I know?
Why are you beating him up? Why are you beating up Tyrant? Come on. A stormtrooper gets shot with a blaster shot.
I worked on Crash Bandicoot 4. I just gotta let you know, man. Watching people steal the game wasn't fun.
Sure. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Don't steal unless you bought it. Don't steal it.
Sorry.
Sorry. So, okay. Do you think we're gonna see stormtroopers? I forgot we gotta do this little thing. You think we're gonna see a stormtrooper?
Can anybody? Can someone keep score on this one? All right. Can I make one request? Can someone tell us what we did? Anybody?
Yeah.
Because I can't. You think I would write it down, but I won't. So Okay, stormtrooper gets killed with a blaster shot.
They're gonna
There
go
have to be
attack.
stormtroopers at the
Okay,
dam, right?
there are. I would imagine that they will meet some there. But do you think they're gonna attack it this episode, or do you think this is more prep and the dinner party? Then in the third episode of the arc, we get the actual attack. That's the whole question I would have at that point. At this point, you know what I mean? Will we go there or not? I kind of don't think so.
They already did a structure where the third episode is where shit went down. The shit could go down in the second episode, and then the aftermath is the third. So I'm gonna say yes.
So I want to say yeah. All right, let's go.
I'm just playing it against pattern.
Okay. A droid is referred to by name. We would have to have a droid in the maybe like a server droid or something in Mon Mothma's house. She seemed to have human servants. That slaver, white slaver. Hyperspace tunnel is seen from inside a ship. Luthen's back on Coruscant on this episode. So
by the way, I was rewatching Dark Star the other day, and that came out 72. That basically has the light speed before they did light speed.
Yeah,
go rewatch it. It's fun to look at.
Right.
It's not exactly it. I mean, it doesn't have the pause with the streaks, but it does have like where it's slow and then it builds up the you know. But,
yeah. You think we'll have a space battle at all? I don't see room for it on the top of my head.
Between different ships. No. Wait. No.
Yeah. We know we're gonna have like that movie that move with Luthen's ship that has like the side lasers, like the lightsabers that come out almost, but I don't think that's coming now. We see a named character cameo from another series, movie, novel, or comic, and I think that could be because the dinner party will likely have characters that Santa will say Partisans are in the episode. I'm gonna say no.
Do you really think they're gonna put Sly Moore in there? She shows up like Fester from the Addams Family movies. It's like Christopher Lloyd. Like they put a ball in her fucking mouth and shit, and she
like, hi. You've never heard me speak before. That's how I talk now. Oh, well, what? Why are you being so referential, Sly Moore?
And Mothma's husband's trying to like woo her like Joan Cusack, and
I dropped a big spoiler on Santa's show today that her real name is Sly Stallone Moore. True story. Partisans are in the episode. It's so stupid.
Sly and the Family Peach Stone Moore. Yeah.
All right. So partisans are in the episode. No. We see a flashback scene. I think it's possible because we're gonna have like Cassian like doing shit. It's possible, but will we? What's your bet, Rob? I'm gonna go with whatever you say.
Flashback scene? No.
Well, yeah, no. You say no flashbacks.
No.
It feels like it might be counter to the momentum of the moments.
Yeah.
Someone steals something valuable, like. So if we think that they're gonna go and steal the payroll this time, then it would be yes. So I think if we're gonna go all in, we got to go all in with the yes, right?
Yes.
We visit a new planet for the first time in live action.
No.
I'm saying no. A species talks with another language with subtitles to translate. We got the dinner party with potentially where it could happen if it was going to.
No.
Troopers, Clone, Storm are in the episode more than one together. So we have to go with yes if we're going to go with them attacking the thing. I would think that would be Stormtroopers. A light side Force user makes an appearance.
Well, I think Wade. Does Wade?
Wade too?
Count? Yeah. Wade
yeah. Too. Well, he's gonna have to like use the Force in that stuff for it to count. So, do you think he's gonna use the Force if he does have it? He seems to have intuition. At least it implies it. Say no.
No.
Darth Vader or Palpatine make an appearance or is referred to by name.
No.
Someone gets arrested by the Empire.
No.
Someone wears a disguise.
Yes.
Probably. A named character is wounded but not killed.
These are the most vaguest of things. Like a
Mm-hmm.
named character. Emotionally? Like
Ooh.
physically. It was a physically wounded but not killed.
We know that Cassian is wounded at some point and worked on by that weird droid man. I think that this is what it's asking. And I think that might be too early. But he's already kind of wounded, remember? But I guess we'll say yeah.
Well, he says look, he's injured too. Oh God!
A named character is killed. I think it's safe to say if we have 7 people go into that thing, one's going to die, right? They all make it out, kind of no stakes.
Sure, why not?
All right.
We're not winning anything, so I can be wrong.
Oh, Santa has a lot of porn now, so we might get like a free password to a porn site. Star Wars slang is used. Dank Ferrick.
Oh, God damn it, wrong one.
I feel like they just
Hostler magazine, Jason.
Hostler. I've got a bad feeling about
Snow
this.
Girls magazine. Playoff. All right.
All right.
It seemed like the low-hanging fruit was playoff. It was too easy. But
so we can guess one thing. We can guess one. I think what's her name? I think that's Mon Mothma's daughter. Do you think if she is, do you think it will be revealed in this episode? Or do you think they would save it until after?
See, he's so efficient at storytelling. He can have one scene and a lot can happen, and you think there was more there. That's the trick with Gilroy, man. Like, it's easier for me to guess what Favreau because I'm like, nah, these guys ain't setting it up. They're saving that for a whole episode of nothing. But like, I'm like, he could throw that one thing in and juxtapose it to something totally different, and that's so tricky.
Cassian,
I'm gonna go with you and say, this one.
Okay, and then if
they're on a mission and we're finding out who her contact is, those seem like they're bubbling forward. I just don't think the momentum will all occur in the 3rd episode as much as, the 3rd episode could be the dinner. We could drag that dinner out. Although he was setting it for that night, wasn't he? My bad. Yeah. Never mind. Yeah.
Well, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. All right.
I'll find out tomorrow morning.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm not staying up.
Stay up.
No, I'm up. I'm just going to sleep right at midnight. Right as it launches, I'm like, go to bed.
Nah, that's like 3 a.m. your time, isn't it? Was it 2 a.m. or 3 a.m.? Are we 3 hours different? Now. What's your time zone?
2 hours.
2 hours. So it's like 2 a.m. So it's like 2 a.m. for you.
No, I'll be asleep.
Yeah, you'll be in sleepy Rob land, dreaming of Kirby pillows. Dreaming that you're sleeping on a Kirby pillow. Nuclear war. It's like Rob on a Kirby pillow, and then all of a sudden it's the T2 cutscene with the kids in the park.
Mouthful mode over endoskeleton. It's creepy as shit.
I think we should have bet that Slime Moore is going to brag about sucking Palpatine's dick. Yeah, I sucked his dick. Oh, yeah, he loved it. He said I was the best dick sucker in the galaxy. You guys could capture me saying that, too. Because it's true. As says, I'll be having cereal and a cup of tea. Oh, as it's true. You're a little fancy pants. A little tea time. Yeah. With his controller in his hand, and he has like a controller. Oh, and look, it's right here. I didn't even realize my son left the Switch here because he likes to mod it. He likes to mod the Oculus Quest too, so it keeps coming over to my computer and leaving all his shit everywhere. But I'm as it true. But it's like a little tiny cup. He's all, I'm playing multiplayer games online.
Brain age.
All right. Speaking of, I need to go and pick up those kids from the school. They get out here in a minute, so I got to go. But thank you to everybody for hanging out with us today. And if you stay up tonight, come and hang out after the show and share your thoughts. And if not, we'll see you tomorrow. We'll talk about it in the morning. We'll do 1 p.m. tomorrow because I'm gonna want to sleep.
Staring at the Mario poster all day.
That's fair.
I'll be too busy.
It's fair. Yeah. Oh, the Mario poster was cool. We should have showed it on the screen on the show today, but I'm sure we'll get to the Mario poster when the trailer comes out. Let's watch the Mario trailer when it comes out on the show.
Thursday.
We'll do the Mario trailer on Thursday because I'm excited about that. You know, I need to set up the emulator though, and we should do Mario speed runs on the channel. I can do it, you guys. I know I can fucking do it. I'm fucking good at it. So good. You have no idea. I'm ready. All right, everybody. We'll be back tomorrow. I'll be back tomorrow, technically at 1 a.m. talking about the episode. Rob won't because he's a sleepy little bitch, and getting his beauty rest. Yeah.
That's how I sleep.
Just so you guys know, he won't be with us tonight, so he can do that. Think about it. Just think about that.
My wife hates this show. What now? It's a podcast, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It is. All right. Good night, Mrs. Robs. All right. We'll see everyone tomorrow. Bye.
It's the end of the show.
Come on, let's go. Hey!
It's the end of the show.
Come on, let's go. Hey!
It's the end of the show.
Come on, let's go. Hey!
You know you should go.
Come on, let's go.
It's not about spaceships.